Guten Morgen. I already put primer on my eyes. Kind of in a rush, so we'll see how this goes because today we're going to some lavender fields. My son, who is turning 9, his favorite flower is lavender. And it's the funniest thing because he's like, I just want to eat it. I'm like, you can't eat it. So I'm hoping, well, when I use like lavender scented stuff, we specifically stopped using lavender scented stuff like cleaning solution because I got worried he might try. Because kids do weird shit, okay? So I'm hoping that we can go get some like lavender oil or like something already processed so that we can put it into like cupcakes or something. We have this Pokemon cookbook that we got in Japan and we haven't used it yet, but the one thing he wants to make is like lavender cupcakes or something. And I thought we could go here, you pick a bundle, it's like $12 a bundle or something. I thought that could be fun for the kids to run through the lavender fields, be all cute, and then we go into the gift shop and see if we have like lavender oil, lavender powder, lavender something, I don't know exactly what, so that we can make these lavender cupcakes. And we got like an experience out of it where he's about to turn 9, his birthday's next weekend, so I feel like this is a cool like preemptive thing to his birthday because we're not doing a birthday party this year. Summer birthdays are really hard when you don't know anybody where you live. So he would love to have a birthday party, but I was thinking more along the lines of, I don't know, family. Birthday parties are hard. They're a lot of work, and we don't really know anybody, which makes it even harder. He's at the age now where people start leaving their kids with you, but really they're not old enough, not mature enough. And they ask you for 5,000 things, and they can't be left alone because they don't have good boundaries, and they argue, blah, 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 blah. So, I don't want to do a birthday party. What we'll do is this, and then the night before his birthday, we'll decorate decorate in front of his door, we'll decorate down the stairs, we'll decorate the living room, and then he'll wake up to this whatever. We do that with all of them. We started it a couple years ago, and it works out really well. Actually, we really enjoy that, and so do they. My son still says he had a surprise party last year. When it wasn't a surprise party, it was just a surprise, like, setup. Just a surprise setup. And then last year for my 6-year-old's birthday party, we were in a hotel. So it wasn't that much fun for him, unfortunately. But we're gonna try really hard this year to make him feel special. Do some special things. But I don't know what. His birthday isn't until September. I'm kind of hoping that we could do something like grape flage or something. Because it's 60 degrees in July right now. I don't think I could get in an outdoor pool. And the indoor pool by our house is closed. Because it's summer and they're like, go get in the outdoor pool. I could not get in an outdoor pool at 60 degrees outside. Who can? That's a cold plunge. Get out. Get out. That's crazy. No. Moving from somewhere where the summers are like 100 degrees and humid as fuck, and then you're moving here where the summer is, it's been 60 most days. Try not to be mad about it because I'm not used to it. And I just can't imagine getting in the pool. We used to go to the pool all the time, and there was a really good pool in Japan, They're really good, really big pool. And it's such a small community, all of their friends went very often too. So they always had somebody to play with, even if you didn't like schedule it that way. Man, I miss it. So do they. So do my kids. So does my husband. It's hard moving to a bigger community where it's just not like that. It's just not like that. People just don't. Like, I knew all of my kids' friends' parents in Japan. I know maybe one of my kids' friends' parents, and that's because I put myself out there. I see them, I see that that's their parent, and I go, hey, our kids are hanging out. This is my face, that's your face. Let's touch base. Let's get to know each other a little, because our kids want to hang out with each other. Your kids want to come inside my house all the time, which I'm not comfortable with because I don't know you, and I don't know if you would be comfortable with it. But if we knew each other, then I would be more comfortable with it. And it's like a weird age where they're not old enough to make those decisions on their own. Like a teenager, I don't think you necessarily, like my parents didn't know all of my friends' parents when I was a teenager. I don't think they knew them when I was a kid either, but it's not the point. I think teenager is much more acceptable age to like not necessarily know every single parent's everything. I think you should still know their like name and information about them, but not everything. Everything is a bit much, I guess. But right now, the kids they're playing with are like 6 and 8 and 4 and 5. I should know. They should know who's, like, they come in my backyard. I won't let them come in the house because I don't know their parents. And I don't know what their parents are okay with, and I don't want anybody to be uncomfortable. But that was weird. But they do come in my backyard. And I'm not, thankfully, but I could be a serial killer. I could be something. And they just let their kids come in my backyard. And they don't know me. They don't know what I look like. Some of them, they live down the street. They don't know where I live. They don't know where their kids are hanging out. And these kids are between 5. I think one is 3. And like 9. I cannot be the only one that has a problem with it. I just can't. I can't be the only one. I talked to my friend who lives in Colorado, and she's like, come on, Shelby, you know how this goes. And I'm like, I can't. I can't wrap my head around it. People not caring where their kids are, because I care. But anyways, now that I've gotten into that so far, it's like a good little vent session for the last couple of minutes things. It is hard to be the parent that cares, because your kids are sad because the other kids can just go around the neighborhood and do whatever they want, wherever they want, whenever they want, and your kids have rules, and they're mad at you because you set rules and perimeters, and you go outside with them. Because I have a 4-year-old. I'm not. And he wants to be outside. So it tends to be that, like, we all stay together because he wants to be with his brothers. But then no other parents are out there. Even for the little 3-year-old, no parents are out there. It's just me walking around with a group of hooligan little kids who have basically like a biker gang, and I'm just following them around. I guess that's what my rant is going to be about today. People not watching their kids. And I know it won't fix anything. I know nobody's going to rush out to watch their kids because everybody thinks, oh, that won't happen to me. But then you watch the serial killer documentaries, and if you watch them, you know that they don't care. There's no rhyme or reason. There was one where they like interviewed somebody who was in jail, a child predator who was in jail, and he said he just picked random ones off the street and then put them back. And he said 15 minutes and he puts him back. Huh? And then you're not gonna be watching your kid? And be like, yeah, I'll check up on you every hour, or come home every hour, check on me. He literally said all he needs is 15 minutes. He's like, sometimes not even that. And y'all don't watch your kids at all. Y'all think because of where we live, they're safe. I pulled my kids out of school. I'm homeschooling, which is a whole nother thing. They actually do a pretty good job, but it is a considerable amount of work for me. Even with them, like, not fussing, not fighting, not causing a big stink. It's just like a lot of work. A lot of work. And I'm tired. And, oh my God. But I pulled them out because there was an attempted child abduction at the school. They already kind of wanted to be pulled out because there was some bullying going on, which is horrible. My poor baby, my poor sweet baby was being bullied a little, and we tried to take care of it, but I don't think it ever got taken care of because kids don't want to tell you what's going on because they don't want to be, like, singled out. So he told me what he told me, and then I told the teacher, who the teachers don't they talk to the aides, but they aren't out there with the aides, and the aides are doing their best job, but there's 70 students and 4 aides. So, and he was still upset some days, like coming home from school, super upset, and didn't want to talk to me about it, didn't want to tell me what was going on. And then one day he was like, Mom, would you just homeschool me? My 6-year-old. Mom, will you homeschool me? So then I said, you know what? I will. I'll homeschool you next year. And if we hate it, we won't do it anymore. If we love it, we'll keep doing it. We'll explore. We'll have a grand old time homeschooling. We'll do a bunch of outside activities, which we've started to dabble in, but we haven't done anything crazy yet. Like, we've just dabbled in it a little because it's summer. And everything is a lesson and everything is a learning experience. But then after I said that, I said, we'll finish out the school year because we're already here. And then we will homeschool. So that happened. He asked me for that. They got excited about it. They got excited about homeschooling. And then I get a call from my husband one day, a couple weeks later, and he knows like a lot of kids from work that he works with go to our school. And he said, did you hear? Are you with the boys? You have the boys at home. It's like an hour after pickup. So I'm like, yeah, the boys are here. All 3. Everybody's here. We're good. What's up? And he was like, there was attempted child abduction at the school. A 6-year-old or something. And there were some movers working at somebody's house, and that's why the kid didn't get abducted. But the guy got away who did the abducting. And a police report was filed, and then the school contacted all the parents. And it was this huge thing, and I was like, I'm there at the kids' school every day because, one, buses don't run to our house, which is fine. It's not a big deal. And this is why I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I can do that shit. So I don't have to put my kids in anybody else's hands. They're in my hands. And so they were home, but it shook me. It shook me to think that, like, it's just so close to home. Somebody's kid walking home from school, scared to death. Maybe even nobody was home until 5. They get out at 3. Nobody's home till 5, 2 hours. You can get to Canada in 2 hours. I'm just saying. You can get to another state in 2 hours. I just can't do it. Can't. Won't. I can't do it anymore. It's too scary. And there's one thing about me is you might call me overbearing, but you'll never say I wasn't there for my kids. You'll never be like, whose kid? Where's your parent? Because I'm there. Always. And that's how it'll always be. That's why I'm a stay-at-home mom. So I can always be there. Okay, I'm gonna do my eyeliner. Okay, lashes and liner. She's good. She's glued. This one might... She might not be good. But I'm gonna fix my hair real quick and then give you guys the final look. Except I'm not wearing this today. I've changed my mind. It's cute, but every time I lift up my arms, it's just like... I don't like it. So I'm gonna change my shirt, but hold on. Okay, I think this is it. My hair turned out a little weird, so I pulled it back, but that's fine. I don't know if this is what I'm gonna wear, but it's all I got right now. So, thanks for listening to me rant for 16 minutes about life, if you made it this far. Also, I hope you have a wonderful, beautiful, amazing day.